Mede ni je na mo akwa aba Nyansa TV so. Yankoma ye twetwe no esunsum nkoma emudo. E fa nsɛm a onte ase de nchichirimu ebe mu ate ase e de abrewo. Di nje na wonte ase ensɛm bi a wate dada no. Fere foforo bro na ene no nye pa. Na ye dia ma so betimate ase. Ye fe mi Nyansa bo akwa. Me danse mo akwa aba. We Nyansa TV. Me the mysteries. Ehintasem. Ene Minister of Penny Osofo Kojo Bentsil and I send Shebium Onyame Kese krom. Onyame Kese krom. Agona kwenyako. Now we first watch now for agona na medamase. Na no me kupi Onyame Kese krom. I was super happy to be there. Charlie, bomodin announce one day the fahopi Onyame Kese krom. Such a beautiful place. And then come on. I welcome you once again to this beautiful channel, Nyansa TV, and this is Mysteries. There is so much to share today, and I'm here with my guest, our very own Osofo Kojo Bentsil. We are discussing how to find who you really are, your crack inside you. How do you know what it is communicating to you as far as your life is concerned? Messages that are coming from your cry, how will you hear? How would you know what to do, what not to do, as per who you are, the power inside you? There's so much to say. You didn't come on and they are foul crowns. Come on, other first one crown a woman. A couple of people are moving to me. Nelson, I was seeing I boam be beauteous be at Tinkomobi. Intina me conesano. You can't wabba. Then community in the assassin. I say, Minister of Kojo Bentsil. Mekra Onyame. Help me welcome Osofo Kojo Bentsil. Osofo, you're welcome. Super happy to have you here today. Yes. Last time we spoke about the transition as far as our soul on earth through our mothers coming on earth and how we will leave this earth. Now we are continuing from that point. I've come to this earth. I've had a lot. I'm 50 years, I'm 20 years, I'm 30, I'm 10 years. My father could not, my mother, my parents could not find who I am, as in my super being the spirit, which is Okra. My father could not decode the information from that to me. Now I am growing. I've gotten to a point I'm confused in life. Things are messing up for me. I want to know who I am. I want you to take us to the process of knowing what your soul or your cry is communicating to you. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, that's it. I'll switch it up, but yeah, then I'm Konya kumpeyifo omahin ahimfo chami bape we na ya do na asi aboso pempem o konya ko na ina ya do na asi aboso pempem o Ghana na ya do na asi after day mi ble we no aje and I am the day yetumezi ekunanyima I see jamanfo worked up with the you know, the fact that our ways is being celebrated and people are accepting and it's no longer feared like it used to sometimes. But I'm humbled to be part of this process. I'm humbled to be part of the place that we've come to.
Great.
One thing that we do it behind the scenes, but one thing that I'm adopting is every time to make sure at least we pour a little libation for them so that they drink, even though it's an interview.
It's okay, you're welcome.
They enjoy it.
Remember to subscribe. Please click the subscription button and join us. So you're going to pour libation right from here.
Yes. In engineering that I'm doing is myself. I'm doing this because there are people that they are not able to get drinks, they are not able to get it, especially people in certain countries, I don't want to say, they can't even get hard liquor. So there's engineering that I'm working on that you can call in the gods no matter where you are. And it's just mantras, meditations, and sounds. So So combination of sounds. It's a simple sound like ago. I have 10 a simple sound like ago. Just what we do whenever we are going in before the energies or the gods or Nananum to talk to them and hear from them. We sound ago before we go in.
Great.
So you can be any part of the world and do this basic mantra, ago, and the ago alone, in the absence of libations and drinks and offerings, the agos alone can bring in the energies and charge out the place.
So wherever you are, when you mention ago, you can say it and you charge the place, yes, as if you've even poured libation and inviting their presence.
Exactly.
Correct.
So wherever you are, just do this. It's very simple. Okay, it's just the ago, but we start with a, o. That's it.
Okay. So do it. We want to follow.
So a, o, right? So ago, right? But you don't just say ago.
More like if you want to meditate.
You want to meditate?
You can take on that word and invite.
Ago, just ago.
Yeah.
Ago.
We want all of us to do.
Ago.
Okay.
Ago.
Wow. Wow. So in your altar room, you can sit. You
can just ago.
Okay.
It's simple. Like I feel it's about.
Where did you get it from?
So
where it came from? Is it like a spirit telling you people should do that, or you decided to do it yourself?
I spend a lot of time with the God.
Okay.
And with my ways, I am trying to take spirituality to another level.
Okay.
So I'm always engineering. That's what we call spiritual science. So okay. I'm always researching. I'm always applying things. I can apply this herb or that herb or do this particular ritual. There's even a God that I'm creating, very powerful God.
Ooh.
Yes. So we have to apply it. It's an applied science. You have to apply it. You have to be more practical. Yes. And once you have the basic knowledge, you now put the knowledge into the test tubes by cooking it and nurturing it. And then once you're able to get the formula right and you start applying it and it works, then you try the masses. And once people begin to get testimonies of what you've tried, then automatically it works.
Oh, so let's see. You mentioned you want to pour libation before we take off.
Yes. So what I want to start with is the ago.
Okay.
And like I said, there's a universal sound in the world. A, u, Every single person on the face of the earth sounds a, u,
Okay.
Every God that you know, or every God that you have heard about, or every God that is powerful, has one of these three in, but especially the a. Mentioning a God you know, the powerful ones comes with a.
Allah. Okay.
Every name has the three a, but the powerful ones, because A is the creative force. And our fathers, they had the wisdom, the intelligence to say that when you are going into a house that you don't know, nobody knows you, in order for peace to prevail, you sound ago. And once anybody hears ago, they know that you're not an armed robber, you're not a thief, you don't mean harm, you're not coming
knocking.
You're knocking.
Announcing your
presence. Ago, you're letting them know you don't mean any ill intent, you're coming in with peace. Right. So ago, then whoever is behind the door would receive amen. Right? So just saying ago, amen, you're sounding the names of gods.
Oh.
The amen is the amen that we all say.
Oh.
After your prayer, say amen. That's a Saturday God.
Same sound.
Kwame. Amen. So it's the same sound.
Oh.
So once you have the amen, ago, amen. The vibration automatically stills the atmosphere.
How do we use this in our daily life? This is the practical side of it.
Yeah.
As you have been able to engineer this, how do I use this practically?
So whenever you're going into a place and you want to create a testimony, create a miracle, create whatever it is, you just sound the Things will open.
So I'm in my car going to the office. Just keep on doing that.
Just keep. Oh. You see, we just sounded this, the atmosphere changed.
Oh.
Whatever feeling, whatever it is that you feel in that moment, it will break it.
What must you be thinking about when you're saying
You don't think.
What must you be concentrating on?
Don't just sound the and follow what you're sounding. So he said, you take a deep breath, and when you're breathing out, so in that instant, it's not possible for you to think.
Okay.
I mean, you can try it at home. Anybody watching? Okay. This is the only place you get this. So Yansa TV, subscribe it. Subscribe it. This is the only place you get this. I don't break things down because these are things that I do behind the scenes. I say this over. Okay, let me be fair. As it stands now, over about 60% of my gods, I call them into existence. I didn't go anywhere to go and take, and they are working. And I'm going to call more, engineer more, create more. I say this and people go like, what do you mean you call the God? Like, who are you? Mobile phones were not like this in few years ago. We didn't even have mobile phones. It was
telephones,
landlines, I was going to mention
cables and all that.
Exactly. We didn't have this, right? And somebody engineered it. So why do we come to a place where we think with gods, with spirituality? What we came to meet is just what it has to be. We can't engineer more. We can't create
what
more.
You're bringing is mind blowing. I don't hear this anyway.
Everybody should be able to create their own God and use their own God effectively. So okay, pay attention. You know the atmosphere now, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me just sound it will change. Automatically, you don't even have to try and do anything. And this is the trick they use in the church. The tongue speaking. Sabaya and So before you go in, they start the service, 1 hour, they speak in tongues. They're breaking the atmosphere, they're creating things. You know what I'm saying?
Following.
That was the idea. And mistakenly, people think that tongue speaking is for the church. It started in the shrines. Akomsi obiswa tiene kasa.
It doesn't talk no more.
No. Needs an interpreter to be able to interpret what the Akom is saying. You understand? So sound in the dimensions is everything.
So let's start today.
So we started. Everybody try it, right? That's what I'm saying. Check your atmosphere before you try. Check the atmosphere in your room. Check how you feel, whether you have a headache, whatever it is. Check it. By the time we are done with this, the headache will be gone. This is
practical. Let's do it together.
Right? So the I is for creating, right? The O is for sustaining.
Okay.
If you want to sustain anything, you get what I'm saying? Like there's good news coming, there's testimony coming, there's a deal coming, and you want to sustain it. It will sustain.
Wow.
And if you want to, you go to a place and the place is heavy, negative energy. People are working against you. People are using things against you. You break that energy.
You don't do it out. It should be within. Feel that within you.
Once you're sounding, it's vibration. That vibration would break whatever negative energy around you. Okay, so I'll go.
Let's move it.
Easy. So we start with that before I pour the libation, okay? You relax your shoulders, totally relax. Don't struggle, relax. You take deep breath in. You breathe out. Take deep breath. Breathe out. Take deep breath. Breathe out. So now we start. Take a deep breath. We start. a deep breath. At this stage, the atmosphere is not the same. It's totally changed. Right, so you've broken the boundaries, you've broken whatever it is.
Whatever you want to say, you can now go ahead and
you have a very fertile ground.
Whoa.
For every word, at this atmosphere, every word that you say would happen. So you don't struggle, you don't try to do. And we already did it like 7 counts plus 1. So it's not even a lot, right? But if you are having time for yourself, you can do it for a longer period. And you can never, it breaks the atmosphere, it changes everything.
So does meditation run through all religions?
It doesn't matter. It's just application of sound. These are all tools.
Okay.
You understand? It's just like having a tool of a plier. It doesn't matter who is using it, whether you are white, whatever. Okay. You use the tool to do your necessary work, and you get your results.
Thank you for the clarity. Okay. Let's move on to
So now, of course, get your drink. We call the gods. We give thanks to the gods. We pour our libations.
You're about to start to just click on that thing. Just subscribe. There's more to do.
You've changed the atmosphere. Your atmosphere is very serene. The gods are there. You've called on certain gods. And the fact that you're saying, I'll go, you know you're connecting to your own. So whatever language you speak, your language, you can use how they say Ago in your language. I don't know how they say Ago in Ghana.
I think almost all the tribes use the same word.
Ago, right? So there you have it. Try it. Only Answer TV, you can get it anyway.
Right.
So now let's pour a libation. Of course, you show it to Creator. Oh, children and papa, or the man can show and some other. On our boss, so but I say, Bobia. Other men in Quanta, so and ya one can coin you. I don't know what the fool, I don't know what before. I'm Abo Bibia. My meta wait you. My chichi Bibia and Bibia for the temper. A chow and son. Oh, as I say, Mammy, but temper. I only about an idea, you. You're from Podicha and Mammy. Your monster, yes, you know so. So to me, I said to me, so you said to me, Javi, I said to me. Let's see, now, now, couldn't I, or nephew, now, me. No more, you know, I bust my yin, put all Mr. War. I know also BBA more, I know what you BBA. I know my BBA for net and prefer.
Yeah,
none. Yeah, for no, one saying, one budget.
Yeah.
I was on people wait your man who is here. abosom pempem wo bibi manemu
yeah
na ma nipa bebre no wadan won akira ma won na ma nipa bebre no pu won bu won
yeah
won fa yinzi ma won
yeah
me mo obi na no ayesi ebu won no ese eje won to awon yen painful abosom obananto asasi dance na ye ba asasi do me mo obi a ope tato but offended atoye me mo obi a won baji nanam e mo no sa oh tomosilete ye fro Boy, your fro. Applaud, your fro. No gopo, yave, your fro. Kriko, Anyako, Chami, Clever, Adan.
yeah
Then your phone, and that's one by Jensen. I go, Macha. You saw the man and I'm no beyond to Mandro. Nana, the monsoon, going easy. Yes, that man in the room. I shall show. Ehwe wiem nsu bebe we twon we hye na won hu a wonji manko wa ya wo so wontumi awoda nde yanse tv ne yeduru do wo bobio no da wiem no nana ma yanse tv nso nkoduro
yeah
ahwefo wo hwe yanse tv na modo wona akoma no nso won ya kese wonkoduro
yeah
ago macha nana ya monsa yesi no so oh abusu me do so no wo gwe an what itimo Ebo akwa na tabe no fufu. Tei na beka kwa abotwe. Pedu tantre abra sechi kakum. Bim. Wona won baji won se. Na brenya won san yo shama abosom. Ntwaba na abosom. Seku na abosom. Atakwa azim abosom. Pram da abosom. Kola abosom. Apon abosom. Akete cha abosom. For krom abosom butu abosom buzu abosom nimbu we ba san wo bechiche buzu okro fi nso ase wan wo no ma me fe ba san wo bechiche buzu a won ba otumfo bedubo nsu onam no do obo wo menana onam no do menana ba fa menana besia obo wo mo ma me bo wo ame so nanu no mo onesa mo na adwuma nsi no so azimi yamfo nzima yamfo anta yamfo abayifo etu we twen we hye no odi emergency bi o wandaroma oh antwa ye fro yes emergency ankobra emergency kano yes emergency pra emergency tigare emergency fra fama nyina fama we twen we hye na buku ye fro buku
yeah
yes emergency
yeah
abosmo wa sentemanim abosmo buru manim abosma o ko fro dia manim ko wu manim nanum be mo wo bia eso mbagin so you know so obuade kem boko fi chenku na dedewa odum kroku mara mizima papa ofam ko dum so ye bum kroku nana ana pay a fro that's mbagin so ja yan ye be yanzimo na yama na be bona na sansem e fro akra na mo na akra na motu akra yensu oh yentina bona so da fofu alanta epe bi de baja ma jaroko to baja lo potaka kikru aje ipe kodekwe dan trapo na rufuti na akosia no futi na befro ese bajinsa na pele bochoko na bajinso adaroma ana chichi ukroi bajinsa Onyame Kese nankasa nana efro ese bajinsa na adwen hia ne ku ahinsima efro bajinsa no to bia nsu maame akamo yankotonto we twamo hia abosuma ne fi wo mu bai awaji mpaebo te mpaebo eyi mpaebo ano me wanzo na no me gina ha me gyanwane wona dawo manti we be yan ka bibia yo ho o sande me yefi bai nti nanu o bajinsa edonas na famo oh nana ni uko apomo ebo mebusin ye kese ye krabohwe otra bi me meje bia mobozi nka mambo bosun bia ne zina yubrezi awaze mobozi no fama amo fe oh nana ntoda masorati bajinsa edowase na ko bebe dia ko na kwa me ajuman jofra toshro po wo so nenu toshro ndo bi o hwe bibia obi ozi yan se bo akọ na echi bia no mo wan ye bi kra we so nenu toshro no po de nenu po bo we so bibi a chere all coding ti pimpim model hwehwe wan ye bi kra no mo bo hwe number bo hwe na busua botua ne bills botua ne nzama nyina na be bi aka won nsa yare fu bi odam pom na esi bi nka won date na nto ene na mo na ejeje ahwehwe ebisa nzama ahwehwe nzama na amonsa that is ban the flow the obi bia ne that is ban boso no esi ba jinso obi bia orehwem ne fie to me ne fie abosom yanfo ofie mpemfo ofie mofo ofie abosuma ejen we echi abosuma nko won nanam tuwo hia no ze hiem no wore bisa be yan yense we yenpei wengu sa mayanda won hwe no trofo ate o sanda o hwe yanse tv na o hwe yanse tv no ye keda wala rehwe bi no wala rehwe ade bi ne ndei an oba chi abo subscribe an o subscribe cca I want to be share among one subscribe. When na went through do, when I won't pay for the when I want anonymous. Yam won't pay for sa on budget say. Yeah, that one I say. In be, none ma no watch them all. I know what the rich mazi. Zama mi no. Odo so ye pa ni ehun me ye kire. Ntin pay for today answer no back answer. No dan ya kaka. Okay, yen chedu. On fa answer no be sure nothing. On fa dom ne de shire ene myimo abato no don kodo ye kese on tre amana mani nyina ntenanka nkro anim pemfantiz nimpo onante wonko ye shire mo nate nano e bridge mezi obi obohwe bibia ye shire obi obecha amana adofo bia ye shire awon wonnyim awon pa obohwe ade obogbo nituo no nano mesro makato 10 years pa wonsa na mbra makade azimu wi mbe yinchugudo nsisi ya ona na mabohwe waje monkwa etumi a woru kwetio ngwa a woru kwetio ngwa wore hawo abosmo wo fia wore hawo wo boyerba wo mo abrabo nko yi womba wa ya sozen womba wompre wo bohwe yim abofo yerebe wasese yemba yina no erebre etwies kaso enhu sika edisika ka chezwum enhu na no be ma obia mugu se wo trido bibi a don se be hye bia yen hya bibi a oche wa abrabo bia yen hya oh yi moja ne brakan enoma wa kwa chiwachi wa manfo wa abrabo nzomo nko ye nzomo nsie obi o de bre erehwemi erehwe nda erehwaze eye besia ewo be 45 besia wo wu kuda ekua besia erehwe sisia wuyem enwa wuyem show cause I had a bread and put out the pull back you no good so through that mommy a brand doing chat nana mo yansa mo wadwen I won't say make for mojo yo nana mo yansa mo wadwen won fa bimbo to winsem na ntum nku wachi na mambra order ye no wan ye mo enye panyi papa bi mo nzu wanyim ati oh ekua gloria ekua wasanso for gloria if you are sentimental be me hwe table hwe bia I won't say make for mojo ebe asramo esre nana mo mbo nana mo kan ho wonzama orifi wonsa wonzama orifi wonsa wonzama orifi wonsa amanfo wesisu waache waayo su mekase pu wenu atetaw mensu ate nanam yesro wanyamanate jijibra tiene ko jijiman ko jijibon momon san bon sinibon aye jumo eko gloria aye juma wa sase do ntuwe juma ni nyina oh aye me yo bakra yibri openyin me ye share ma wo nka yibri openyin me ye share ma wo ejuma aye ni nyina ofin da ko e shaji kekepo no ewa mezi e shaji kekepo no na no mun so da bi a wan se na beta ase atata na nzama ohoware from nzama from no incense so we come nzama from ohoware from no on sesa nanam me hu insekako me de mojare kan otwedia papa me chonsa asase abosu mama afro na won bajinsa abosu mama afro na won bajinsa yo insekako yo moja ekwa bro me yim no me hia ne da nse na aboyi de na aboraman de na aboramon de na aboramon be yina we sisi no agene nsem ejapade ora hawon me mpo bani mo bia o ba mo so me mfa bani ye obi ode da mbani ye eze ekwa glory nanum won common won german ofin daruko onem dwumeza we wa hwe nti na ababondan na ababon sesa dem no so infi bi obesene kwa mo hwe yansa tv wo ka asem bi ma mizido maka yi twana mon wo fie no ekwa glory mo bo ozuno twana mon pa no wasefo yansha ampa wo on kechi ebeye mo ayefe ate eye mo ayefe a for wasida bada nana ma ase na dayansa ase be wetu mu hesuo oye dwumezo otedemi happily I want to chichi fio and more be Mrs. Subi with the mojerimo some na jigro na edwumi na yeman apeni tezi jo yan moja bo hu say abo akọ bo hu abo akọ kra moja no abo eti edu ameboa nana tie de moja gu fon amo edo wase apẹ me twado oh so na the one fanchem man kan you man ye fansa dokobra kan ekọ glory yan fan wi ya free amambra ma wuntina na ma yegu nsende oh fansa dokobra.
If you are following us, bear this in your mind. If you are following us, bear this in your mind. We are not joking. If you follow the prayer, remember, if there is any testimony, there is number beneath the screen. Call us and tell us. Now, this is called libation. We're just about to start the real conversation. But he's not done yet. He started with a hard drink to blood, now to a soft drink. Remember, this is called libation. I'm not discussing libation today. We will go into detail what libation is about and what it can do. So remember, we are learning so much on this platform. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to this channel. There is so much hidden that we need to know. We are learning. Remember to subscribe to my channel. This is Yansa TV. This is Mystery. I'm here with Osofo Kojo Bentsil, Onyame Kese krom. There is so much. We are about to do the second part of it. Here, you will know that there are so many things that you needed to know that you did not know. Is it evil to pour libation? As he has done, I never heard any statement from him which is evil. I never have heard any point or prayer point which was evil. He was just appreciating and praising. Yes, this is our traditional way of prayer.
Oh, I'm farmer. I was a memory and oil do, Nana. A crowd glory and answer me. Some be manati. However, you never find an epe. Say them do more soup. This is a crowd glory nature na ye be manati. Napoli bochoko. Magoya and busy are dancing. A crowd gloria and busy are dancing. Oh, Yansa TV. Then may ye on top of me. Ye, none of my jatum, none of my soup, none of the Juma Mawara, a crowd gloria. Often there come more about bone sue, the marada, and say sambra. Ya ways sooner, monko. Zod the wing you know on your pom, your feff. With the doctor go from ya. Ababona wire and rendana upono. Yes, a sanati. Ye and doco. Ye and doco. We am not sure where, yes, son. Ye and papa. Ye and papa. I wish shimnina, and then ya dances it, and then I dances it. Nya dansizi na womba mfra won shiraba ekwa ndase ekwa
Between the second
picture
afa
Gunpowder.
Oh. So you've done the sweet wine kind of libation addition. It means that there are so many things you can use to pour libation.
Yes. So
but the gods don't accept only one thing. They take different things for what they want, right?
Every god and what the god likes.
Okay.
So some gods like the hard liquor.
Okay.
For hard stuff, things that are rough.
Okay.
So as we can, it was the hard liquor that the situation came up.
Oh.
You understand me?
So this is a pre-recorded program.
Yes.
But you could sense in the future that when we are showing this, the name will come up. Watch this carefully. This is a pre-recorded. I'm telling you, you're watching now, but it's a pre-recorded program.
Yes.
Sometimes we record like a month before we show. So the prophet has seen beyond, seen in the future. Wow. So what is that?
It's a gunpowder we are sealing.
Gunpowder.
We are sealing everything we've said, sending it out there with enough arsenal behind it that as it goes out,
so that's gunpowder.
Everything we've said here should be done.
Oh.
So it's either this or we shoot a gun.
Wow.
Yes, to seal whatever is said. Then
so all the prayer you said for the people who are watching, this is to seal it.
So we seal it. Then if somebody want to try, let them try.
Wow. I'll be right back after this break.
Doc Palm, Abedru Ghana. Doc Palm ye kwan fufura e ma woni o doctor dinkuta ho ahon Harrison. Doc Palm dear, e ma woni o doctor ya appointment with go share specialist nimpo. Doc Palm ma woni o doctor dinkuta ho video call. No ma wa Harrison ho fitio. Doc Palm ma woni o doctor nyankuta ho di o video call. Every bia ni baby a wo bia. Apra won hospital hompo. Doc Palm dear, a man or doctor nimpo timi chate, no one more can tell phone so. Share Doc Palm tea, what mini specialist be a what in DVS and any na, and young Kutodi, I will phone so. Doc Palm, or Pomodena a down seminal. Doc Palm, convenient, go App Store and now Play Store, net download the Doc Palm Cecilia.
This is Osofo Kojo Bentsil, Onyame Kese krom. So let's take it from there. We're talking about your craft inside you, having total view, total information about who you are. I want to know who I am. As I have come on this earth, I want to know who I am. I'm 25 years, I'm 30 years, I'm 15 years, I am 50 years, I'm 60 years. I still want to find who I am because I am just hitting left, right, center. Things are not going well for me. I don't know what to do. I tag this one, you feel. I do stuff that is supposed to help me, it's not helping me. What do? I want to know myself. What's the process like?
So, like the real assignment or the real reason why you are here, or the how should I say,
The purpose?
Not the purpose. Like the real being that is here is the real you.
Okay.
And the real you is your cra.
Okay.
That is the real you, your cra. Your cra is your created self. Some say chi, some say kla, some say esse. We say cra. Why am I saying we? Because I'm also part of those who say esse. Anyway, I'm just messing around. So your cra is your true self, your created self. And I'll keep echoing this so people understand this. The reason why it's necessary that we echo this is because most people don't really understand what the craft really is about. Okay, so whilst they are here on earth, the understanding they have is that, oh, this is me. This is the real me. This is my body. Most people, the conversations you have is body conversations. I get it. This is you. This is your body. And every time we talk about body, a lot of people make it too sensual. There's a lot of sensualisms in the body. So when we talk about the body, it immediately goes into attractions. And you talk about physical attractions. So I want to say something. Your body is not just for you. This physical body that we are walking in, this physical body that you walk in, is not just for you. Anybody else that knows how to access and operate can borrow your physical body and work with it.
How?
Yes. You just need to know how to do it.
I have my body, I have my spirit.
It's not just for
when
you.
I'm sleeping, somebody can just take this body and operate with it. How?
It's not just for you, because you also came to occupy this body.
Okay.
In the same way, somebody can also occupy and share the body with you. And you invite these things in. That's what I'm saying. People need to understand these things. Right? And thank you, bless you so much, because every time you're telling me to take it down and break it down, I shouldn't rush it. Mm-hmm. And I get it, because sometimes when I'm communicating, I feel like everybody understands what I'm saying, so I go that fast. But this body is not yours.
Can you give me a practical example how somebody can actually operate this body of mine? As you're saying, I don't own the body.
Yes. Have you ever been in a situation where somebody said, oh, somebody showed up in my dream, and they'll go somewhere and said it wasn't the person, somebody used the person's face to show up in my dream?
Wow.
You understand? The person used your body.
Somebody came to me today and said, I saw my mother in the dream trying to sleep with me.
No.
My mother. I saw my mother.
Because they have to use, whoever it is doing that, have to use a familiar face so that you can easily accept what is coming.
I get it.
You understand?
I get it now.
Sometimes even the gods, when the gods wants to communicate with you, they will use a familiar body that you know. This body, when it dies, the formation of this body is not gone.
Okay.
The memory is still in the earth. So long as the mother gave you this physical body, for the next 100,000 years, million years, anybody that wants to access and use this body can still access and use the body.
So can somebody use my body whilst I'm still alive?
Yes, whilst you are whilst you are alive, we can use it. Whilst you are they can use it. Whilst you are dead, we can still use it. It doesn't matter.
What will I do to prevent somebody from using my body in a more negative way?
This is what I'm saying. Like, once you understand, you need to first understand that the body is not yours.
Okay.
It's borrowed.
Okay.
You understand? It's like you spending money to go and buy a very expensive designer clothes. You've bought it. It's your money.
Expensive car.
Expensive car. But it's not just for you. Somebody else can drive the car. The mechanic will drive the car. Right? The guy at the car wash will also drive the car. It's temporary. It's short time. But it's still driving the car. Your brother can drive the car.
Is it going to be like if somebody uses my body, for example, borrowed my body for something, actually using the car as an example? Tell me, does it give you any negative effect?
Depending on what the person is using the body for.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Your husband can use your body. Your wife can use your body. Your boss can use your body. Your penny can use your body. Your grandmother can use your body. Your body is accessible to everybody who understands the database behind the formation of the body. You understand? So
that's bullshit.
So you realize that. So some people, some men or some women will see a particular person. It doesn't make sense why this individual is following this person. But what you are not understanding is that there's something about this physical body that the person needs. You understand? This physical body can open certain doors. These physical bodies can go into certain meetings and receive what my physical body cannot receive.
Okay.
For example, when there's a board of directors that are full of men, right? Mm-hmm. And I send a very well smelling, amazing, beautiful looking, well-dressed lady into that boardroom. The probability that I will get that deal is over 50%. This is because of the physical body.
Appearance alone speaks for.
This is why when we are coming here, we also choose the type of body that would help us do the assignment we want to fulfill here.
Great. So somebody can also take advantage of the same body.
The same body, because you chose it. Yes, you chose it. You saw that this body can help you do your assignment, so you chose this particular body to come and do the assignment. Now, anybody that has that understanding would also say, I need that body. Right? So the body is a full component, the full thing. Wow. Right? But we have the body part too. the various parts that comes together to form the full body. This is why when you are doing rituals, they demand certain body parts.
Oh,
You understand?
get it.
So you can use the whole body to do the work, or you can use part of the body to do the work. That's why some people do that.
Wow.
I detest that. I tell don't ever go into that. You will pay for it. But people do that. You understand? So most people who say, I saw somebody sleeping with me, no, it's just they would need your physical body. Because they are not sleeping with your crack. Sex is not happening between your crest. Sex is happening between your physical body. You can now understand it and take it from the level of your physical body to now intimacy between the two crests.
So you can grow from the physical body in terms of sex to that level of
intimacy where the cra is having intercourse with each other.
How would that happen?
Just as it happens physically. Everything that happens physically first starts from the dimensions, right? Yeah, so there's that level of intimacy, and that level of intimacy, when you're able to get there, the two of you become inseparable.
So how will it become normal, as in the normal physical body, into intercourse as compared to the spiritual? What really caused it to get to that level in terms of sexual?
The real you, I keep saying, is not your physical body. Your physical body is everybody's property. Everybody can access it. Everybody can use it. That's your physical body, right? But the real you is the creator self that the creator created before you came here. Now, let me break this down to you. You see, when people are having intimacy, right? Somebody can just look at somebody and have an orgasm on them.
Yes.
And you can also just see somebody and have this feel within you, strong connection between you and the person. Maybe physically you've never met the person, but in the crash state, the two of you knew each other and were working with each other before you came here. So once you see that beyond the physical, there's a strong pull that gets you to that place. You understand? So that normalcy is beyond the physical understanding. So people can be friends and you don't even understand why these people are friends.
Even they themselves don't even understand why they are friends.
Right. So when the gods also want to come and visit you, pay attention. No God will come in a glorified body.
Okay.
The God will go and borrow a body of somebody society deems unfit.
Why?
Because that is where you would not pretend. You would be your true self.
So a mad person visiting your home,
you'll be your true self. You'll not pretend.
Your shop,
you'll be your true self.
You're eating joint.
You'll be your true self.
Come and pretend as if you want to beg for food.
You'll be your true self, because that is when your true character comes in. Come here, what? Or you say, oh, Papa. Sometimes even calling a mad person, oh, Papa Mpacho, makes you mad. Because how then do you look at the mad, somebody's society is deemed unfit? How can you show relevance and reverence to such a person?
So when you do that to the person, it's like you've passed the test.
It happened today.
Oh.
Like today, you called me and I said we were at the shrine. Yesterday I said we had to go to the shrine. Today, we did a ritual. After the ritual, from nowhere, a mad-appearing man started walking towards the shrine. So I was with my foreman, and he made a comment, said, how is it possible that this man, where is this one two coming from? So I just quieted him. I said, shh. And he walked straight up to me and said, oh, he walked from here. Now, I understand these things, and I was very particular with the locations that this supposedly madman was coming from. So one location is a powerful place that has a powerful God that I know. And he said, I came to do a work for somebody there, but I am passing through and I heard your generator on. And because I heard the generator on, I decided to come and visit you. How does this make sense? The distance, you know the distance between the junction and where the generator is.
I know.
In the afternoon, how do you hear the generator on? If it's in the evening, it will make sense.
Yes.
You understand?
It's quite a distance.
It's quite a distance. So the story didn't add up. So I knew. Then I went in, got money, and gave him. The minute I did that, he said, okay, sit down, I want to show you something. The minute I gave him the money,
So you should sit down.
he said, sit down. So he pulled me from everywhere. I went to sit somewhere. Then he started showing me herbs and combinations and things to do when somebody comes and needs this. Do this when the person needs it. Do this when the person needs it. Do you understand? Then he said, so
he said it straight,
he said it straight to me. Then a party in American Empire.
It's your angel that has visited you.
Exactly.
If you like, listen.
If I like, I should listen.
Oh.
And told me certain powerful rituals I should do. Showed me the time I should do it. Right? So you might come to me and say that, oh, you need this particular works to be done. How do I do it? And I say, oh, I'll do this. You don't know where I got that idea. That's why I said most of the things I teach, the gods teach me. Like this powerful ritual he showed me, it's in my pocket. I won't easily share it. And when I will share it, it must be somebody that I truly deem deserving. Right? But the God chose the body of a madman to come and have a conversation. So it's up to me to see beyond the physical body to understand that this is not a conversation of the body, of the flesh. This is a conversation of God's craft sitting with each other and talking.
So back to conversation, where we link the physical sex to the spiritual. So it means that it goes beyond the physical. What the bone starts from somewhere and it drives deep to the physical for us to see.
Yeah. Of course, the attractions will see from your eyes, right? The real sex begins after you've had an orgasm. After, not before. I mean, the crack is after.
So when you do the physical one, then it takes you to that level.
Lay down. Don't be in a hurry to leave. The reason most people are in a hurry to leave is because it's one day they are not supposed to be there. They are laying with people they are not supposed to lay with, or they are doing it somewhere they are not supposed to do it.
Okay.
There's a day I showed you a secret. You even have to build an altar where you do these things.
Wow.
Because it is after the physical contacts. Because when we invite, you've been at some of our rituals. After we've done the physical rituals, giving the animal blood and all of that, and we invite the gods in. After everybody is seated, that's when the gods take over. Are you getting the picture?
I get it.
That's where the real sex begins. That's where the real intimacy begins. So if you're able to lie down and wait for the two crests that are lying on the bed to meet in the realms, that's where it really happens. You understand? So it can meet in your mental body, or it can meet, your crest can meet. When it's meeting in the mental body, that's what people call astral projections. Astral projection is not anything, it's emotional expression of your emotions.
Let me take you back to our real conversation, our topic for today.
We are all over the place.
Yeah, we are everywhere. So if you're watching us, remember to subscribe, share the page, let somebody benefit from this message. Listen to me, it is not everything that you're going to understand. People have gone through this and they are now understanding these things better. Keep on watching, keep on following. There is so much you learn. I want to know, how will I be able to identify myself as a person? I want to understand what my cry is communicating to me. I want to know. I have no idea who am I, what I shouldn't eat, what are the things I need to really understand.
So basically what you have to do first, before you even go and see anybody, because I know the first thing people will do, before you go and see anybody, listen to your own cry. When I say that, it means that every single person, there's an inner voice that talks to you. There's an inner voice that conversates with you. The inner voice has always been there.
What is inner voice? I don't get it.
When you sit there, you hear, for example, if I'm about to pick this glass, something might tell me, put on the glass.
Okay.
Something might tell me, don't sit here, go and sit there. And folks are kind.
And we do Bibi catcher me say.
Bibi catcher me say.
I hear that.
Bibi na catcher will say, no, that is your inner voice.
Oh.
That is your cry talking to you.
Hey, can't make a be chilling. Timon
Sometimes your physical body would even reject certain things. It is still your crack giving you signs. You understand it?
Is that not the devil, God conversation that we normally hear when we were young? That when God said to me, and I hear another thing, this, don't do it, do it. Is it does that mean the body spirit kind of relationship?
Heaven and earth, if I will be honest, it's all in the astral plane, in your mind's plane. It's not anywhere else. You understand? So your program is the accumulation of ideas, experiences, teachings, the things you've had over the period of time. That's what programming basically is, right? So your programming can be having a conversation where you say, go here, go here, go here. For example, if you go to a lecture hall, there are certain protocols or principles that you have to follow. It's programming, right? But if the lecture hall's protocol demands that you sit here, there's still small for be catch them and say that can also come up and tell you don't sit there today, sit here. Yes, so that becomes the conflicting thought between the two that says that, you know what, this is this and that is that. Wow. So this is the positive because it's something you're familiar with, and this is the negative because it's not something you're familiar with. So this is the devil because I'm not familiar with it, and this is God because I am familiar with it. You get the difference. So every time something doesn't make sense to us, we quickly want to subject it to a negative energy or an evil spirit doing something. So within your own context, within your own self, there are voices that are speaking. There are voices that are talking to you. Your programmed voice is talking to you to do the used to. Being a catcher or saying it's your own true self telling you, don't eat this food.
So how will I know the line between the body speaking and the spirit speaking at that point?
Anything you are familiar with is the programming that is telling you to do. Familiarity. Anything that you are very comfortable with, very confident in.
Become a girlfriend, within your spirit, you become a girlfriend.
It's
very to hear Menko.
It's very comfortable to do anything that makes you very comfortable. It's your accumulation, your programming. You are used to it. So you are very comfortable that you meet anybody on the street and talk to. Or a young man, you meet any fair lady you want to have. It's very comfortable. It's very convincing. But one day you went to meet this lady and BB catches a main dinechi. You know, don't follow this person. The minute you go and follow this person, you wake up and you're sleeping somewhere you were not supposed to sleep in the first place. Recently we heard on the Labadi stretch that some drivers are saying that people come out of the sea at certain times when they pick them up. How did that particular driver come to that understanding that, you know what, this is not normal? Well, credit to be a catch.
No.
You understand?
So before you be able to know yourself, it starts from you.
It starts from you.
Wow.
It is after you have communicated with you for a very long time and you disobeyed that it will now direct you by things happening to you to somebody else that go and learn from the person.
No, I've been hearing this, don't do this, I do it. So if now, as she's saying, I'm getting to know that then the unfamiliar things that I'm hearing rather becomes the right things I'm supposed to do, being the communication from my crack to me. So if I want to really follow, the fact is that I need to start following that unfamiliar kind of voice, uncomfortable one. Then when I start doing it, I'll be getting the experiences that it will be playing to me. Then I will start knowing myself.
Then that becomes more comfortable for you now.
Okay.
And let me help
to change the narrative to become comfortable.
Exactly. Let me help everybody that has been in the Christian context that have always had this. The first time you encountered the Holy Spirit, it told you not to do certain things. And you were not comfortable. Yes. Initially. But with time, you started getting very used to that directive. So when you feel that you should pray, even in the middle of whatever, you start praying. So now that has become the norm. So what is happening is that it's overrided the programming that used to make that voice uncomfortable.
Wow.
You understand? So now when they say that, oh, like for example, there's an investment opportunity, right? It's an idea that you've never heard. Cryptocurrency came up. How many people didn't say cryptocurrency was bad, was this, was that, was that? All the people that listened to their true self that went in first made millions of dollars. After people have made millions of dollars, now people wanted to go in. Everybody that went in later started getting their money stuck and locked. I get it. Once something new comes in the system, a new idea, a new technology, a new invention, your cra just catches onto it because your cra knows all things. So it knows this thing that is now coming into the system is new. If you follow, you'll blow up. Right? For example, when the internet side of things came, Facebook and all that, how many people really took it serious? How many people thought it would come this far? All the people that started initially have millions of followers now.
Yes.
Right?
Just like me, I'm just a typical example.
Exactly. People that are not doing the work close to you, right, have a lot of following because they started earlier than you.
I get it.
Yes, but I'm sure, and I don't know, so you can.
It is true.
I'm sure
you're just telling the truth.
Your crowd told you
I should do it.
You should do it.
By that time, I did new media. I understood blogging. I understood everything. But then I didn't start. The content were good, but I didn't start.
Exactly.
Now we are now 22 point something K followers.
And you're growing.
We're growing. So people who are not even doing near to what we are doing have 100K and
200, 500.
Yes, that's it.
You that is doing the real work, you're somewhere. You get what I'm saying?
Get it.
But when your crush spoke to you at that time, if you are listening immediately, you've got chance into that opportunity. This is how a lot of people miss opportunities in their lives. Some people, I'm going to say this funny story, right? It is, and I love what he's doing, you know. But I had a chance to work with Stoneboy before anybody else started working with Stoneboy.
Okay.
Because when Atamil
Nation.
When Atamil died, he was in my studio.
Okay.
Right. So one of the managers had brought him in to come and start a recording in my studio. Right. At that time, of course, my assignment is this part. Right. But let's say if I didn't have this assignment, or let's even say all the other people in the studio with me at that time, my engineer at that time could have taken the advantage, right? Jumped onto his train. By now, he would have been his personal engineer. But at that time, it felt like, oh, where we are bigger than him. So why should I? Oh, he should come and see me. He should come and do this. Bro, you know, I don't mean any evil. I'm using it to teach, right? So if at that time, my brother had just submitted to the vision.
But then he was small and the people at the studio were big guys then.
Exactly. But if he had caught on to what the true self was saying and not the program, because the program will tell you, you're a big boy, you're this. But your crowd will tell you, this is a chance, don't lose it. This is a chance, don't miss it.
So in practical terms, you feel that this person is something else.
This person is going somewhere.
But then you don't want to listen to because the norm is that me a big.
Because physically you don't see it.
Yeah, I get it.
Physically, nothing suggests that this thing is heading this way.
Are you learning something here? To really know who you are, what is within your craft, it is your duty. You don't need anybody to first teach you. This is what Osofo Kojo Bentsil is telling us. Listen to that voice. The voice is in here. He speaks clearly. That voice speaks clearly to you. You could hear that. But then you don't pay attention. Start paying attention. The day Papa Kojo Bentsil did my diagnosis for me, he said, your cry is telling you that when he talks, you don't listen. And I laughed that day. So we hear a lot, but we take them for granted.
No, we take them for granted. So this is the first, this is before anybody comes in. Your cry from birth. Remember, your cry came here knowing all things, understanding all things. with all intelligence. Your physical body knew nothing.
Full potential.
You understand? So from birth, your cry has constantly been prompting you to do the things that is necessary. But the programming keeps you away, gets you to get used to certain things that are not necessarily the reason why you are here. So this small voice keeps talking to you, and Gibi Bino keeps talking to you. Then we had another setback. And the setback was a religion. And that religion told you that small voice is a Holy Spirit.
Oh,
yes.
So when you go to church now, it becomes Holy Spirit talking to you.
Talking to you. And not the real you. So if you watch the generational gaps, right? The generation,
the God inside you talking.
the real you. The first God you have to come into contact with. So when you check the generational gap, we the young ones that came up during the charismatic ages and all of that, we are not that inventive compared to our fathers that came before us. Our fathers knew the herbs. Our fathers knew how to farm. Our fathers didn't have the technologies but they could sell. They were very business-minded people. They understood. That's why they could build all the big buildings around. Go around and see all the family houses. How many people are able to build family houses now? Everybody's building individual houses. But our fathers had the intelligence that I need to build a family house in advance, because there's a time coming that certain people will start waking up, and there has to be a route that you have to be connected to. You have to go somewhere and go and find out about your background. Our fathers had that intelligence. So their class told them to build family houses. And every family house they build, they put something under. A conduit that brings down the energy into the house. This intelligence, you cannot have it when you allow somebody else tell you what is the real you now is no longer you. It's a God somewhere talking to you.
So let me ask this. Now I feel that I hear that do it this way. Go to the office, smile to the person, don't be angry. I hear these things and I'm following. What's the next step? Because that doesn't give me full information about who I am and who I'll become the next month. Things I am not supposed to eat, things I'm not supposed to do.
No, once you start listening, it will keep informing you more. That's the thing. The reason why it doesn't take you deeper is because you don't listen.
So when you start listening,
then it start telling you what. That's why some people, they know I'm not supposed to eat this food. They know if I eat this food, this happens to me. Some people don't know if I wear these colors, this happens to me.
I'm not comfortable.
If I wear these colors, I'm excited. Some people, they know when I go and sit by the water, it's not good for me. Some people, they know I have to spend time under the trees, because they keep listening and it keeps growing.
When I sit in a garden, I feel comfortable. I feel good. When I'm alone, I feel good. When I'm with people, I feel good. So it depends, right?
Even children are smart enough to say, mommy, when I look at you, whenever it's this time of the month, you get angry. Children are able to know that. Right? How are you not able to know that whenever you go around this person, doors close on you?
Is it necessary for me to still go somewhere to be told?
That would come in.
Okay.
But now we are starting with you just obeying to your cry, your truths of the real God,
without going anywhere.
This is why it was written somewhere, somebody's book, their book, that sinning against the Holy Spirit is sinning against God himself. Because the true self is the creator himself, your cry.
Exactly.
So when you wrong the true self, you wrong and rob the creator, because the reason why your true self is here, because it's under strict instructions from the creator, not some spirit. Yes. So now disobeying your true self brings retrogression, stagnation in this life, and that's sinning against you. That's basically you cutting yourself out.
So if we are learning anything practically today, we are saying that pay attention to that small voice. That is your Christ speaking to you. And it will give you full information as to what to wear, where not to step, what to eat, what not to eat, what to wear, your color. So when you start to pay attention, that is the start point of identifying
the basic level.
who you are, the basic level, without going anywhere.
Without going anywhere.
So can you practice this for at least 3 months and let's
please try it.
try this.
Listen, do everything. Idea now, so you say that's what you are familiar with. A DBC, in DBC, meeting, DBC. Do those things they are telling you, the voice is telling you to do.
Something is talking to me, something is speaking to me. What is that something?
Do those things.
That is your cry.
And those things, you will see, like you said, rightly said, 3 months. This is why I can guarantee anybody that comes to me that when you come to me and you come and do your rituals, whatever it is, within 6 months you see changes in your life. There's no possible way you know people have testified. There's no possible way you start this thing, start paying attention, listening, and you won't see changes. It's not possible.
But I'm not cutting you, but listen to me. This part one of this message. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back. The part 2 will come. This is the first way to be able to communicate to the God inside you, to tell you more about yourself, to build yourself up without going anywhere. But what about we moving somewhere? In my next episode, we'll dive deeper. Thank you very much for coming. Charlie, the contact is right there. Speak to Mekra.